Good day, I'm Ben Seymour of Kudzu Patch Productions. Have another instrument to show you today. This one came to me with a little bit of repair needing done to it. And basically the tuners on it had gone bad. And so I had to find some new tuners to put in there. This is a Jim Goodsite Dulcimer. I'd never had one of these to work with before. It's a really fine instrument. Good intonation and everything like that. I had to adjust the saddle just a little bit on it. It's a movable saddle. But other than that, it's a very nice instrument. The only complaint I have is this very thin headstock right here, where I had to replace the tuners. I had to find real specific tuners to fit there because there's not enough room to change out the tuners like you would maybe with a more modern tuner or a different type of tuner. There's just no space. I had to find tuners that would actually fit into that little tiny narrow spot. So that was one complaint. And the other one is, it was really curious, this long tail piece here after where the saddle is, it slopes off at such an angle that the strings have a tendency to just scar it up because they'll hit. There's no way to avoid having them hit. And it had 3 pins as opposed to 4, even though it had 4 tuners. And so I put in 4 pins down here and just put a little piece of bamboo skewer right across there, which just raises the strings just enough to make them clear that, so when you put on a new set of strings it doesn't scar the whole thing up. So anyhow, but other than that, it's a really nice sounding instrument, and it's got these lovely heart sound hole patterns here, the hearts all facing into each other, and then these single hearts up here. So very nicely made instrument, all cherry. Had one little tiny crack on the side. The little tiny crack was one of those things that cherry sometimes does. It was where the little sap lines are sometimes that you see in cherry, those little black lines and stuff like that. It had just popped open along one of those. So that was a pretty easy fix. Other than that, this is just a fine instrument. So I thought I'd play a little tune on it. This is set up 4 equidistant strings, and I don't play 4 equidistant strings, so to me it's kind of like an alien beast. When I think 4 equidistant strings, I usually pick up the ukulele or the mandolin. If I think 5 strings, I pick up the banjo. If it's 6, I pick up a guitar. But anyhow, so I had to figure something out on this. With the 4 equidistant strings, this is tuned like 1-5-8-8. You can get some real cool chord permutations in there by using that 4th D string or whatever in this case. So you can put in some extra notes and get some really kind of cool chords out of it. But anyhow, also the person that I'm making this for, or doing the repairs for, wanted it tuned a little bit lower. So I turned it basically into a baritone, and even one step below a baritone. This is tuned to G, D, and then G, and G. So there we go. So we have G, D, G, G. Beautiful low sound, big full voice and everything like that. So I just made up some little ditty tune here, a little chord progression thing. So I'll give you what I got. So here we go. just a little tune there on a Jim Goodsite Dulcimer. He's no longer with us, which is unfortunate. Great builder. Like I said, if the headstock had been a little wider, I would have really had no complaints. I could have changed out the tuners quite easily. I had really had to go hunt for some tuners that I could put back in there to replace the ones that had given out. So anyhow, this was built about 1989, looks like. So it's still in great shape, and it'll be going back to the owner very soon. Okay, well, if you have any repairs or if you have any custom instruments you need built, feel free to contact us, and you can always find us at www.kudzupatch.net. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.